to my live stream. This is this #1, this is my first vlogmas, so happy vlogmas. This is just going to be a bit of a discussion. So yeah, if anyone come and join, it's fine. Obviously we've got the fireworks starting at 9. Or should I just... Yeah, I thought I'll just do a live stream. I'll just do a live stream, that way it will save me from continuing having to upload every time. Yeah. So if anyone want to come and join, it's fine. Unfortunately, because due to the automation block, I'm gonna have to use horizontal. Yeah. Thanks for the like. Once that was done, all that was left to do was to just get everything back together. Oh, someone's in this room. Ooh. So yeah, I'm at Clapton for overnight. Man, this is nice. Matrix pipes, they're pretty easy to swap over. There's just a metal clip that holds them into place. Let's see, isn't it? The AC lines are also nice and easy. There's just a T40 bolt that holds in each line, and then the driver's engine mount also needs to be removed so the AC lines can be put out. The AC lines can then be fitted in, and they are just I'm just about to ask a Q&A. No, I don't want to ask. Also straight swap over as well. The final things to swap over in the engine bay was the fuel feed line and the brake servo. So yeah, how was it going to I could then focus on we got two people. This might be lucky, actually. Obviously, I'm mindful there is some fireworks, so do not blame me for the noise. Obviously, the world's are going to be open, so I will shine the lights. Because the time is, I'll show you the time is currently 8:30. We've got half an hour to the fireworks, till the fireworks. So yeah, this is just a bit of like a Q&A stream or right. Hello, LMS. How are you doing today? LMS, how are you doing today? In case you missed, if you missed the intro, I'm basically going live until I feel like I'm a bit sleepy. I feel like I'm a bit sleepy. So yeah. Like I said, if any of you want to come and join, I'm Hello from Britain Bros. I'm doing good. That's good. 3 likes. Man, jeez, that's a lot. Yeah, hello from Britain. And in case you're wondering, I'm at Clapton on Sea for overnight. Hello, M's for Life. How are you doing? How are you doing today? Yep. Hello. How are you doing? It's 8:31. Oh yeah. Wait. Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right, LMS. Great job. Hello, M's for Life. Again, how are you doing? Oh. So yeah, I'm basically on holiday overnight. We had McDonald's, some for my usual double quarter pounder meal. And then because it's my birthday. Well, happy birthday to you, M's for Life. Happy birthday. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, right. Now I'm gonna start a Q&A. Right. Ask me any question. The next thing to do is to build up the new petrol fuel tank by installing the fuel pump and the carbon canister. Right. Now, getting this fuel tank fitted, I've first got to install the new fuel lines.
Nice reshoot, thanks.
Line,
Right, Q&A.
Q&A
is on.
It's a fairly delicate job. We want to make sure to not accidentally break the fuel lines while
That's the
fitting
answer.
them. But as long as you're careful, it is fairly simple.
Okay, actually, let's scrap the Q&A. How do you... I don't know.
And this is actually a lot harder than you might think, because we had to sort of twist the fuel tank around and do all sorts of acrobatics to get it into place. But once it was fitted, that was then all of the fuel system stuff done. Okay, so that is now absolutely everything installed onto the caddy that we needed to install before fitting our engine. So now that it's all done, we can work on moving our engine underneath the van and lowering the van over the engine and getting it mounted up. Well, there we have it. That is a Golf R engine installed into a caddy van. I am so excited to hear this thing start up for the first time in our van, because the noise that these engines make, for those of you who know, it is a pretty crazy sound, and that coming out of the van is going to be mental. But before we can do that, obviously, there are a few jobs that we need to get on with. The main one is to do with the wire. And as you can see, as I mentioned earlier, Dan has a few of the wires sort of exposed, and the reason why is that he needs to potentially lengthen them and shorten them. Now that the engine is in, he can know how long the wires need to be. So he's going to come and do that shortly. But then after that, it is literally just a case of getting everything back together. So we are now at a pretty substantial milestone with the engine swap, with that beautiful VR6 now being mounted into the caddy's engine bay, and we are definitely on the home straight with all of the work that we need to do. But as I mentioned, the first thing we can get on with now was the wiring that Dan needed to complete now that the engine was mounted up. Once Dan had finished his work with the wiring, he also installed the new coded rev clocks off camera, and then after he had done that, I could crack on with connecting everything in the engine bay up to our new VR6. One of the main things that we actually have to install from the A3, which I didn't mention earlier, is the A3's ECU. I could go ahead and connect all of the wiring up to that, and also get it mounted up with some double-sided tape. Next, I could crack on with connecting up the gear selectors alongside the clutch line.
I'll probably go for like 50 minutes or
to drive the van by the end of this video.
You're British. Yes, I am British.
Just removing the air that's got into the clutch line and replacing it with the hydraulic fluid that's needed to operate the clutch. And the method I'm using to do this is to open and close the bleed nipple whilst Jav presses and lifts the clutch pedal. Up, down. And once the clutch is fully bled, I can then move on to installing the exhaust.
Stop living when it's 8:50. And I might do some of my Buzz and Tell episodes. That's why I'm gonna end a bit early. I'll post up at 8:50. I really do apologise if this was a short stream. I really do apologise. Hopefully I could do another one tomorrow. Hopefully. Right, let's click in. Yeah, how is everyone doing today? Right, I'm gonna start a poll now. Right, here's my question. Question is coming in a minute.
Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, these front drive shafts which we're installing now are the ones that came off the A3. Well, that is now our drive shafts fitted, and I just thought I'd clear something up because a few might be wondering what we're doing with the drivetrain on our caddy, because the A3 was all-wheel drive. S3 or an A3 floor. I've heard some people sort of extend chassis length a heck of a lot.
Right.
We're not touching that.
I'm some power in 3, 2.
So we're just going to stick with putting in our front drive shafts, and what that means is that
What's going on, guys?
prop shaft donor.
Hello, free pony.
It's just going to be left like that, and it's not going to be connected to anything, so it might be spinning around in there, but it's not going to do any harm.
Okay, maybe. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So I just thought I'd clear that up, but for now, we can get on the subframe. So, like I mentioned earlier, the subframe that we'll be installing on our Caddy is the one that comes on the A3. Now, you can actually use the Caddy subframe for this engine swap. It does work perfectly fine. However, the A3 subframe is actually an upgraded subframe. It's made out of aluminium compared to the Caddy's cast iron one, meaning that it's a lot lighter, which will help our Caddy become even more of a race van. Right, so we have found these two air filters in the corner of the unit, and we're going to see if one of them will fit onto our MAF sensor here. I have no idea whether this is going to work. That one.
Why nothing wrong?
That one is bigger, so my hopes are on this one.
Hello, once again, who's for life?
Oh, it's very close. I reckon this will sway.
Hello.
Oh, yes! Oh, yes, right.
Okay, so far, maybe he's pushing to the limit. Right. Wait. How do I... Okay, I don't know how to do this. How do you... Oh, move the palm.
Air filter. I mean, also, that is like black on black. That looks really good. I am pleased with that. We'll just have him sit in the corner. That tree there.
No, I'm on the
So the next thing to do was to get the battery installed.
Yeah, maybe we might add horsepower onto the engine. Might do. Hopefully we can get another car soon.
The thing is about the van is that the bonnet is so much higher than the top of the engine. Like this, it's like way higher than the Audi, so that can actually probably sit there for a bit. But obviously in the future, what we want is it going like down there or something. Yeah, something might be better. But for now, that will do. Right, shall we get the front on? Let's do it. Now, before installing the Caddy's front panel, I've firstly got to swap over the radiators. So the end product that we are after here is the A3's radiator fitted onto the Caddy's front panel. And luckily, it is a straight swap. But once that's finished, I can then go ahead and get this new front panel combination.
I'm gonna do it for the last time in the video, so don't worry.
And then the final thing to do is to get the headlights, bumper, wheel arch liners and the wheels fitted back onto the van to finish everything off. Well, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, I can finally introduce you the Caddy R.
Caddy R. Look at this beast of a machine. Yes.
It has been an absolute shit to get this in. I am an absolute state right now. But there are only a few jobs that we've got left to do before we can try and start this. Firstly, I want to quickly check the engine oil. Secondly, we need to get coolant in it. And thirdly, we of course need to put petrol in our lovely new fuel tank. So once those are done, we can get this to start. So rather than be lazy and just check the engine oil, I decided that the best course of action for the longevity of our engine would be to do a proper oil change. was just a case of filling up the coolant.